Alright guys, welcome back. Gotta lose this logo again. Voop. I can put mine. No, it's actually Homester Cup, so probably need for seat. Okay, I won't put any logos on. I don't want to get in trouble. But so yeah, we're not. I don't know how far I'll go with this. I thought I was done. Like I was mentally preparing to leave, go to bed, sleep again, and all these things, because I thought we were done with the IAM cast. But I saw a couple matches here. We got permission, like literally as I was closing XSplit, so I wanted to grab a couple if we could on our way out. But spawning here on the bottom right corner of the map, it's going to be Dead Pixels, Red Zerg player, True. But his opponent in the upper left, Blue and Terran, it is MarineKing. And I just need a moment here to try and contact Namshar. See if he's available. I mean, he went to the dentist today. That's why I didn't have him start. Cats and Hearthstone were actually kind of a awesome coincidence to have come around. But okay. So MarineKing, we've seen a lot of lately. True as well. Definitely both regular contestants in the Alima League.
Game paused.
True taking a small pause. Hopefully everything's okay. No idea what that is short for. Oh, cat! No, don't play with the chords. Okay, so here's the other reason I want to go to bed, guys. My cat's like super needy mode right now. She's all like, "Oh, pay attention to me, give me some cuddles." But I can't. She sits in front of the microphone. She hits it with her tail, wagging like a dork. All right. Hoping petting her now will sate her need for attention. But well, True's got this pause and trying to get it fixed. It is a fresh series. Hey, what are you doing? Stop that. There's nothing there for you. Don't growl at me. Okay, looks like they're good. See, Zombie Grub's cat's all nice. Her cat Apollo like sits on her nicely. He just kind of purrs and doesn't bother. The cat's so needy, guys. Anyways, True and MarineKing are two players we've seen a lot of in the Alima League. If True knows what's up, you know, there's a history of joking about the way MarineKing plays. And it's kind of shown to be the case a lot of the time where, you know, he doesn't put that bunker down, or it's really awkward defensive timings, or what have you. And True may be able to take advantage of this. There was a series of Impact actually versus MarineKing, which I believe are two players in the Alima League monthly finals coming up soon. But Impact just had MarineKing's number. He went for earlier pools. He shut him down every single time because there wasn't that second depot at the top of the ramp, and there wasn't a bunker at the front of his base, and it was all sorts of messy. Oh, Namshar's back. Hey, join me for Home Story Cup. After that game? Question mark? Let's get some Namshar on the cast maybe for after this. I won't have to solo it the whole way through. But Reaper popping on down here to the low ground. Gonna try and get a nice scout through the back end. Whilst MarineKing just kind of macros up. Now we've actually been seeing quite a bit of aggression coming out of MarineKing. Truth be told, he's been going for those earlier pushes and the pokes. And Jesus Christ, Jockass, what are you doing? Didn't you just donate yesterday? Either a really generous guy right now, or a Partoof addict. But Jockass just throwing $100 into the pot, so it looks like I'm gonna suck it up and try and make it through this whole cast. Thank you for that very generous donation. Message simply says so much passion. Thank you. So, going all Arnold Schwarzenegger here because it's too early in the morning and I don't know how to deal with donations. But thank you, Jockass. But okay, so trying to focus now. MarineKing actually takes the third CC, playing a little bit greedy. This is not the greediest version of this that I've ever seen, but of course the more greedy version is the one that gets gas much later. Either way, he should be able to get away with this. True's not really shown a faster third. The Reaper sadly is going to be driven out of the base right now anyways. Like 6 minutes is kind of your clock to fall back home with the Reaper because speed will be done for those lings. They might dive up to the main and try and confirm a lack of a lair, but right now what he's been doing is confirming a lack of a third. In fact, catching the drone going down there. So a little annoying for True, but Working away on the back rocks, not down just yet, but can fish those later. Yeah, Speedling's better than Reaper, sad to say, so he will fall. Stim. This is going to be bio. It's quite nice to see. We've definitely seen our weird share of mech in recent days, but MarineKing not going to go for it in this game. A couple of the Hellions, I mean, we got about 6 of them. You can start roaming around the map looking for those creep tumors. It's enough to actually deal with Lings pretty handily too, but we'll see if he goes higher than this. Because even though he is going bio, oh, I don't love this wall. We'll talk about it in a sec. Even though he is going bio, Hellion pushes can still be incredibly deadly if there's a lot of them. Nope, actually gonna stop at 6. I do like the priority on the wall, but here's the problem with it. He's opted to put 2 engineering bays in the wall, which isn't a problem normally, but now there's no bunker and there's no coverage for this, so he's going to have to rely on units to defend, and he's going to be investing a lot in double upgrades, and there you go. So he's not going to have a lot of units to work with. This is when you wish you would see that production coming down, and because it's not, he may have to consider canceling Stim once he realizes Roaches are out, because what he has right now, especially without a bunker, is not going to defend against the Roach push. Now Hellions try to get into the natural, they're going to get a couple of good blasts here and choose drones, but it's really not that devastating, and in fact, the worst case scenario here isn't that he doesn't kill any drones, he doesn't see the Roaches, but spawns a couple of Roaches onto this. 11 workers dead is really not that bad for MarineKing, but now he knows this push is coming, and this is where it gets really scary. Not going to go for the tank, but instead of Widowmine with the Marauder, try and finish that Stim. These bunkers are really far back, though. In fact, I'm pretty sure the Roaches can pick off the engineering base for almost free. It's actually going to consider that. It's really scary to consider. Actually, that might just be the case. I mean, 3 bunkers is a very appropriate reaction, but whether they're actually done in time or done with enough range to defend, whole another can of worms. Now, True actually doesn't have the Overlord over here, so he's not going to have like that high ground vision to snipe this from afar, but, you know, awkward watching the Hellions walk into this. Gotta be careful not to give those Zerglings away. In fact, he's actually just trying to, oh, wow! Jesus, I thought this was a small poke. It's actually a Roach baneling all in. Baneling is finishing up here on the backside. So he's going to bust through this first wall. Again, I kind of feel like the Roach could take this down for free. That's why we got another engineering base starting up. MarineKing kind of senses this too, but 1 decent Widowmine hit. 3 bunkers. I feel so strongly that he shouldn't straight up die to this. He's going to take damage no matter what. There's no way to stop this from doing some sort of damage. But as we see, first bunker falls completely empty. Widowmine's going to go off on the Roaches. So the Banelings come back for round 2, not realizing there's a second Widowmine waiting. But it goes off on nothing at all. Takes out the bunkers. Oh, it's SCVs. We got to be careful. Oh, a little bit close to exploding on just about everything here. But the bunker gets a nice little repair until the SCVs all die. A 4th bunker came out behind all of this. And True has lost a lot of his momentum here. He knows it as well, and rather than saying I'm going to stick with the all-in, starts swapping out, goes for a lot of drones behind this. But the problem is, despite the fact that he's killed a lot of workers on his opponent's side of the field, he's still at a worker loss. Or deficit, I should say. Last bunker does go down, though, and the Roach is finally going to get cleaned up, perhaps by the Widowmines. But make no mistake, definitely hurt MarineKing here. I think, though, had MarineKing opened this with 2 command centers instead of 3, A, he may have held that better because he would have had more units out, but B, he's actually going to be able to recover off this pretty well. 3 mules will help make up the world of difference here with that economy shift. So, yeah, as we see, oh, mules are so good, guys. Oh, mules are so good. But realizing that a Banshee never came out and understanding that his opponent probably didn't put Spore Crawlers down, he's actually going to go for a Widowmine drop. And I think this is a really intelligent move. Downside is, look at True's Overlord spread. He sees this coming from 10 miles away. Basically wall hacks on. Or map hacks on, rather. I don't know how wall hacks will start off too, but yeah, drones is being pulled out of here really quick. Might have lost the Queen, but made out the hits at least. Because of this, True now has a pretty significant worker lead. Behind this, MarineKing's going to get that armory finished so he can fix up his upgrades, continue here. Did lose the armor for that fight, but of course, it's really the weapons that tend to matter the most in this matchup. Banelings are still going to 2-shot you, 3-shot you, no matter what. Combi shields are the only real factor for these poor Marines, but back it up for True. It's not like he's super behind on upgrades. Of course, his upgrades are later, but this isn't going to be a situation where it's 0-0 versus 2-2 from the all-in, as we so often end up seeing. But indeed, he'll probably be about 1-1 with 2-1 for his opponent. So upgrades won't be that bad. Obviously, could be worse, but not that bad. Lair starts up as well, and while all this is going on, we've got MarineKing trying to head out for a drop. This is going to be a small mistake because he'll have to defend this third, of course. You can always lift the command center, so True's not going to over-dedicate to this. The hell, even forcing it to lift, a bit of damage going down on it. Gotta be careful, of course, there were those Widowmines to fall back to, so MarineKing's in a pretty decent defensive spot, I must say. Yeah, Widowmine check this off. He'll clean up the bio for this, though. This is a pretty good trade for what was just mostly lings. Now it goes back to denying this third for quite a bit of time. You know, jokes have to be made about the bunkers here. MarineKing did put 4 down earlier, but there's not 1 here at the third, so a little bit annoying to try and hold this. But the drop is clearing up a couple of the overlords. In fact, True, whoa, has lost a lot of overlords. This is the downside to having that spread. You get sort of that crazy map vision, but with 5 overlords soon to be dead, he is massively supply blocked. He's forced to make 11 overlords right now. Keeping in mind, guys, those 1,100 minerals were meant to be going towards lings, towards mutos, to be banelings, to really literally anything other than overlords. So has to invest quite heavily to make up that loss. There's another one you could have got. Chose that too. So it's up for a baneling run by here in the top right. This will actually work out pretty well if he goes now, because there's nothing really here. Oh, actually, I guess it wouldn't work because there's no SCVs to kill, but there's no wall to bust through either, so smaller investment, smaller reward. Gonna wait for that baneling speed though, I imagine. I do like the base True took as his 4th. I think this will play out pretty well as far as trying to defend against multiple drops in multiple locations, but MarineKing is coming down the map with quite a sizable force. His supply is almost double that of True's, and there's Widow Mines to boot. Now, it's worth noting, of course, without Mutalisks in play, there's going to be a lot of pickup control here where he just picks up instead of dying. You see the baneling swarm in, just pick up and move. But nice focus fire on the banelings, takes a couple of hits instead of spreading. Perhaps spread. Either way, Widow Mines are going to try and burrow. He's going to try and deal with these banelings. Oh, he's going to get some hits. He's got to get some better hits. A small amount of bio lives, but again, there's no threat of the mutas. It's just marines. It's just banelings, or zerglings rather. The medevacs aren't healing anything but 2 marauders. So, oops. Meanwhile, on the other side of the field, I thought those lings were going to get just simply cleaned up by the reinforcements, but it looks like they did break through a little bit. Even one of these depots are burning. So MarineKing's going to have to fall back for the moment. But still 2-1 upgrades on the side, looking pretty dandy. Looking for those shots. Looking for those shots. Right side of the map, though, still mining. Hasn't really taken any drone damage. Sitting on 69 workers. Pretty comfortably here. He's going to change that number up now. Ooh. Burrow coming out is kind of cool to see. Possible landmines going to be scattered around the map. We've definitely seen in recent days some really sick landmines go down. Armani had some really sick hits versus Fantasy, and of course TLO recently had some really good ones. We posted a highlight clip up on YouTube. Trying to bait the Widowmine hits. Nice unburrow out of MarineKing to make sure that wouldn't go off unnecessarily, but despite the amount of lings that there are here, there's really not that many banelings, so this Marauder, as we see, is just taking a year to die. I mean, it's not ideal to spend splash damage on the Marauders, but of course it's that burst damage that the Medevacs can't heal through, but oh my god, this Widowmine hits! Oh my god, this Widowmine hits! Lots of banelings here in the top right corner of the map. Don't think this amount of damage is going to justify what's going on at home. Almost gets the CC though, so maybe in another life, had one more gone off, but MarineKing still finds his opponent with very little anti-air. So the Medevacs just pick up. The banelings are, well, they're scary, but every time they roll in, he's just going to be a pick up, drop, pick up, and drop. Does lose the Widow Mines finally. These were getting quite some good hits off up to this point, but the momentum on the side of the field finally picks up once again as reinforcements were delayed for so long. The Zergling run by did a great job of cutting that out. Oh, that Widow Mine shot was so money. True's bleeding out here in a bad way. 3 times the supply in the army value for the favor of MarineKing. I mean, 71 workers are cool and all, but it doesn't matter if you don't have any armor to protect them. So, a couple of queens coming forward, a couple more Zerglings. He's trying to make 12 more banelings, but I think MarineKing's just got a little too much at this point. A little too much in the bag. Okay, well, coming through the middle of the map again, more reinforcements on the way. And True might not have lost his third, but he lost the macro hatchery. He's not mining off of it either. Baneling's just being focused fired, realizing this is the last possible thing that could stop him. This is looking worse and worse for True. And MarineKing, you know, once in a while we see MarineKing play like the god he once was, and this is one of those times. Play this really well. GG, MarineKing takes game number 1.